I spoke a lot about building safe and strong communities, the foundation of which is an adequate and equitable public education system. Last month, President Judge Renee Cohn Jubelier of the Commonwealth Court issued a ruling declaring Pennsylvania's system for funding public education unconstitutional. That ruling was a call to action, literally a call to action, because her remedy, in her opinion, was for us to get around the table and come up with a solution that ensures every child has access to a thorough and efficient education. While there's still time left to file an appeal, all indications are that Judge Jubelier's ruling will stand. And that means that we are all acknowledging that this court has ordered us to come to the table and come up with a better system, one that passes constitutional muster. I want you to know that I am ready to meet you there. In fact, I've already had some initial dialogue with leading lawmakers of both parties, and I think it's fair to report that we are all prepared to work together to find a comprehensive solution. But it's clear that this is not a simple task. It's not something that any one branch of this government can do alone. And let's be honest, it also can't be fixed overnight. We must approach this responsibility with hope, with ambition, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to do right by our kids and to empower parents to put their kids in the best possible position for them to succeed. It's going to take all of us, Republicans and Democrats, teachers and administrators, students and families, advocates and community leaders to come to the table. It will take all of our ideas for not just how many dollars we set aside from the state for public education, but how we drive those dollars out to local districts adequately and equitably. We are tasked with passing 2 budgets over the next 16 months. And we must look at each as a necessary piece of a comprehensive solution that makes progress for our children over the long term. This budget is the first step, and today we are making a significant down payment. All in, this budget increases public education funding by $1 billion this year, with that $1 billion will be targeted support for students both inside and outside of the classroom. Let me give you a few examples of what I mean. As I said earlier, we are going to provide universal free breakfast in our schools because students can't learn on empty stomachs. We're going to invest $500 million over the next 5 years for environmental repairs and upgrades to our schools. Our students should have world-class facilities that are safe and healthy, and this budget is an initial investment to get us there. And of course, none of this will work if we don't have enough well-qualified, well-paid teachers in our classrooms. So we are going to give our new teachers a tax break and more resources in their classrooms so they can help our students succeed. Our schools should prepare students for a future and give them the freedom to chart their own course. If they want to go to college, we should make it more affordable. If they want to go straight into the workforce, we should make sure they have the skills and opportunities to be successful and provide for their families. 22 years ago, Pennsylvania invested over $200 million a year in VOTEC, in vocational technical education. Some people call it CTE now. Last year, we spent less than half of that on our young people. As a result, fewer students have the opportunity to pursue a job in the trades. Fewer know that that path even exists. An apprenticeship is a fast track to a good paying, stable job. With us today is Freddie Notue, a first-year union apprentice from the Iron Workers Local 3 in Pittsburgh. Thank you, Freddie. Freddie's got a great story. He immigrated to Pennsylvania from Cameroon. He traveled thousands of miles in search of opportunity, and he found a stable future through an apprenticeship. There are so many more kids across the Commonwealth who should have the opportunity to follow in Freddie's path. My administration has a comprehensive plan to invest in apprenticeship programs, expand VOTEC, bring career and technical education back into our Pennsylvania classrooms. Look at this. I should quick run the bill right now. You're all up. We can connect the dots between our schools, our trade unions, our companies, and the public sector. We can create a pipeline from the classroom to the workforce and give Pennsylvanians the tools that they need to succeed, where they can chart their own course, where they can achieve real freedom. Our commitment to our students and our workers like Freddie is uncompromising. So this budget invests in them and in their success. And for those who choose to pursue college, I think it's on us to rethink our system of higher education, because what we are doing right now is not working. Think about it. Colleges are competing with one another for a limited dollar. They're duplicating degree programs, they're driving up the cost, and they're actually reducing access, particularly for so many in our minority communities. As enrollment declines and questions about the value of a college degree persist, it's on all of us to once and for all have an honest dialogue about higher education in Pennsylvania. And so I've tasked Acting Secretary Momine to immediately convene our college and university presidents to pick up on the conversation that I've already started with them. They've agreed to engage in a constructive, time-limited working group so that when I stand before you next year, I can present a comprehensive and meaningful reform plan for higher education. I hope you'll join me in that important work. And in the meantime, this budget makes real investments in our community colleges and technical schools. It devotes real resources to our PASHE system and state-relateds to keep them whole as federal aid shrinks. But it is time for a blueprint for higher education, focused on competitiveness and workforce development and grounded in access and affordability. That is how we keep the doors of opportunity open for generations to come.